Hey guys, it is Wingy here and welcome to a brand new video. Now I've been thinking recently, obviously the new Han Solo movie is coming. They've announced that the movie is going to be called Solo, a Star Wars story. And I've been looking up on the cast and what the plot might be and speculation and all that sort of stuff. And the more I look into it and the more I think of it, I just don't want a Han Solo movie. Now I don't know whether or not this is an unpopular opinion or if people actually think the same way as me. But what I want to do today is just kind of talk about it. So first of all, as you guys know, I am a Star Wars fan. I have done a few videos on the subject before. And in terms of the main saga movies, generally, I actually quite like them. I mean, obviously there's some movies that I love and some that I just think are crap, like Phantom Menace. But overall, it's a good saga of 7 movies, soon to be 8. But then if you've seen my other video before where I talk about Rogue One, I look at that and I don't really like that movie. But the difference is, I can understand why they would go with that sort of story for a movie. I mean, if you haven't seen my other video, or if you have, then you'll know that I said the idea behind Rogue One, I think, is definitely an interesting idea and a great story to tell. I just didn't think it was right for a movie format. I think it might have worked as a mini-series or maybe as part of Rebels or a video game, something like that. But when it comes to the Han Solo story, I don't think we need any of it. I mean, sure, in comic books you can tell some stories, but in terms of something like a mass product for everybody that most people are probably going to watch, I don't think it's necessary. Now, my reasons for thinking this is because, first of all, Han Solo is quite a mysterious character when we first meet him in A New Hope. I mean, if you actually think about it, he's one of the least explored characters in the entire saga. When we first meet him, he's just some smuggler with a ship and a big furry friend. And throughout the original trilogy, you don't really learn too much about him or what came before. You just sort of know who he is now. You know, he's cocky, he's arrogant, but he also has a soft spot, especially when it comes to Leia. And over the course of the 3 movies, he obviously warms up to the idea of the Force. And then when you cut to The Force Awakens, he's obviously a much older character. He's more experienced with life as well. He's seen everything. And he's clearly going through some shit. I mean, he's heartbroken about his son. He doesn't see his friend Luke anymore, and he isn't with the love of his life anymore. So he's basically just having a midlife crisis, and he just goes back to what he knows best, which is smuggling. And the thing is, that's all I really need to know about Han Solo. I don't need to see a story where it explains what his childhood was like. Maybe there was some bullies that bullied him, or there was another love of his life, or how he got the Millennium Falcon. I mean, we already know that anyway. He won it off Lando. So in terms of actual ideas that they can come up with, there isn't any that would actually interest me that much. The fact that he is a mysterious character is what interests me. I don't really care about who he was before, I care more about who he is now, or then. Because he's dead now, rest in peace. But I am just worried this is going to be the start of a slog of movies that are just unnecessary and add too much to the Star Wars lore. I've said this in other videos about different properties, but I firmly believe that less is more. We don't need to know every single little bit of detail about a certain character or their backstory or how they became that person. With some characters, yes, it does make sense, like with the prequels about Anakin, how he became Darth Vader, that 100% makes sense. If we see a movie exploring Boba Fett and his past and what he was doing before the events of the original trilogy, that would be quite interesting and would actually flesh out that character, probably for the better. An Obi-Wan movie as well, for example, I think would also be very good. Set in between episodes 3 and 4, we see what he's up to on Tatooine and what else he's getting up to. And I think that could also be a very Logan type movie, like he's on his last legs, he needs to keep fighting. But with Han, I don't see what they could do. I mean, sure, the cast looks fine, and I'm sure they're gonna do a good job, and I'm sure the movie will be written well. But I don't think I'm gonna watch the movie because I'm happy with the Han Solo that we currently have. I don't want another version of him. We're living in a society now where everything has to be remade or rebooted, or it has to have a sequel or a prequel. And I honestly cannot understand, considering how big the Star Wars universe is, why Disney would go to Han Solo for the second of these anthology movies. Yes, he is obviously a very popular character, but I think the reason behind making this movie, I think they've got completely wrong. I mean, this is literally just me blabbing to my camera and just expressing my feelings. I know this isn't going to be the longest video that I've ever made, but I just thought I would express my opinion on this because, like I say, I've been thinking about it a lot more. So like I said before, I cannot think personally of what they could do with this Solo movie, or the Solo movie, the Han Solo movie, you know what I mean. I can't think what they could do with it that would actually make it interesting, or what they could possibly do with Han as a character. And also you have the conundrum of where are they actually going to end it, because obviously Rogue One ended a few seconds before A New Hope. So is this going to go all the way up to A New Hope as well, or is this sort of like the tail end of episode 3 Han Solo. I don't know, but if you guys have any theories about what the movie could be about or what you would like the movie to be about, then let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you agree with me and you're not too keen on this idea, or whether you actually love it and you can't wait for it. But yeah, sorry, it's just a bit of a quick one today. I've got a very busy day today. Like I say, I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. So anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe if you want to see more Star Wars related stuff on my channel, comment like I said before, do any of those things, I guess you're alright. Nah, I would love you forever. But until next time guys, you take care of yourselves. Goodbye.